Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and this is it. This is finally it. We finally made it. And yeah, I have been building this up ever since the last thoughts video that I did, but this is it. We're finally here. We're finally here, folks. We are at our 300th thoughts video. Oh yeah, it's actually been a long road to actually make it this far, though. I guess given to the last celebration, it's actually much longer than I pretty much since the last time I did it. But yeah, it looks like we're finally here. We finally made it to exactly 300 thoughts videos on this channel, and boy, I guess it looks like it really is quite amazing that we've actually made it this far as of now. And well, I guess I can't actually pretty much do this thoughts video on the regular for sure. Oh no, we gotta do something special for this one for sure. And yeah, I guess it is quite fitting that I have to do that, because, well, if I ever make it passing pretty much a 100 section in these thoughts videos, I have to do something special for sure. So yeah, I guess quite frankly that's what I kind of figure I would do for today's thoughts video for sure. We gotta do something special for the 300th thoughts video for sure. And surprisingly enough, it's actually one that I managed to get my hands on Blu-ray that I'm honestly, though yeah, truth be told, I wish I could have actually seen way earlier than I expected for sure. But I guess now is a good time to finally dive right into this one for sure. So yeah, and I guess for a little recap, pretty much back when I did my 100th thoughts video, I talked about Oko's In, and then for of course the 200th thoughts video, I talked about Mamoru Hosoga's film Bella for sure. So yeah, I guess for the 300th thoughts video for sure, yeah, you can definitely tell I'm definitely doing something on an anime movie once again for sure, because yeah, I've actually talked a lot about anime shows and movies over the course of these thoughts videos for sure. But for the case of this one, I'm going to be talking about for the 300th thoughts video, we're actually going to be pretty much paying a visit again to one anime director that I did talk about with one of his films years ago that I've been meaning to get myself back into checking out for sure. So, and surprisingly enough, it has been well over 3 years since I talked about one of his films for sure. So yeah, I say it's high freaking time that we take a look at another film from pretty much anime director Makoto Shinkai. So yeah, I think it's about time that we talk about another film from Makoto Shinkai once again. And well, I guess for the case of this one, it's no exception by far. So yeah, it's high freaking time that we take a look at Makoto Shinkai's latest film, or his last film that came out a long time ago, that we're finally talking about for the 300th thoughts video for sure, which is none other than Suzume. So yeah, that's of course what I'm going to be talking about here today for sure. It's something I've been wanting to talk about for quite a long time now, ever since it first came out. And well, for the 300th thoughts video, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about here today. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say of course that front. Alright. Okay, so yeah, before I could go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I might as well get some things out real quick just to help refresh anyone's minds for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much if you may recall a few years ago, I did talk about one of the films from Makoto Shinkai that I actually talked about on these thoughts videos for sure, which is of course his previous film that I've talked about, which is of course Weathering with You. And I mean, in all honesty, if you have actually seen my thoughts video on that, you would definitely know that I definitely love the hell out of that said movie for sure. And yeah, I guess it's quite interesting to note because with not just Weathering with You, but also Your Name, they're both actually really great movies Makoto Shinkai has directing for sure, and I am really lucky to actually have both of those movies on DVD and Blu-ray that I've kept around for quite a long time for sure. So yeah, hopefully maybe in another video I may go into depth on, of course, all three of the films by far that he's actually done for sure. But only time will tell, of course, when that'll come around for sure. Now, as for the case of course, Suzume, his latest film from what I could gather, honestly, to me, sadly, I never actually saw the film around the time it first came out, because even if I did, boy, I would have been in for a really awesome treat by far, because, well, judging by what I've actually seen in the trailers, it actually does look like it's actually not only interesting, but also can be very heartwarming for sure. And it's actually quite interesting because I do want to see pretty much on what other direction they're going to go for, of course, this one. Aside from the last two, Makoto Shinkai has actually done for sure. So that's my biggest hope by far for, of course, this movie. So yeah, I guess with that being said, I'm actually in prepared for, of course, for me to actually talk about Suzume for sure, or as it's also known in Japan as Suzume no Tojimari. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And good thing too, because quite fitting enough, I actually got that said movie on Blu-ray not too long ago, and bit of an interesting story. I actually pre-ordered pretty much this movie off of the Crunchyroll store that I was lucky enough to get my hands on sometime later, alongside two other anime that I've also got on Blu-ray as well, those being, of course, Ruby Ice Queendom and Akiba Maid War. So yeah, but I'll be sure to show them off, and of course, pretty much in an upcoming WTPU episode later this year, talking about my DVD and Blu-ray collection once again. But I guess for the time being, I did manage to finally get this Blu-ray copy of course, Suzume off of the Crunchyroll store for sure. That again, I actually pre-ordered for sure, and yeah, good thing too, because this Blu-ray by far not only is, of course, pretty much packed with tons of extras for sure, but also I think the sleeve itself actually does pretty much does match the movie's poster by far. And when you actually get it off, yeah, definitely look at this. It actually does look quite amazing for an alternative for sure. Just Suzume with the chair right in front of the door for sure, and of course upon opening the disc up. But yeah, I guess yeah, I really do love on how well packaged it is for sure, with of course the film on Blu-ray in its single disc as well as on DVD, but also the special features as well in its own separate disc, which is actually quite nice. And not to mention, even include this nice little pretty much this nice little art print for sure is yeah, I think that's what it said on the sleeve, a nice little art card for sure, to which, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this actually does look quite amazing for sure. So, and yeah, even the stuff inside the Blu-ray disc as well is also really quite nice for sure, but yeah, you kind of get the picture behind now. So So yeah, I guess I knew upon getting this for sure. I know right away I need the time to watch it for sure. And well, luckily enough, seeing how we're now at 300 thoughts videos for sure, I figured now is a good time for me to officially talk about this movie for sure. So yeah, I did manage to pop it in my Blu-ray player earlier this morning, to which if you have seen my Instagram story, you'll definitely see, of course, what I actually mean for sure. And yeah, I did manage to sit myself down and actually watch this movie for sure. So yeah. And I guess, pretty much of anything, now that I actually got the chance to watch this one all the way through, what do I think of this one now that I finally got the chance to watch it? Well, I'm not gonna lie. Makoto Shinkai, you've actually nailed it for a third time in a row by far, because yeah, this movie is without a doubt absolutely incredible by far. So yeah. Pretty much a third time is definitely the charm, and it is certainly the case for Suzume. So yeah. But yeah, I guess you can obviously tell I love the hell out of this movie by far. It is just absolutely incredible, and I am really impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. So yeah. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got the short version of course, on what I thought of this movie out of the way, I'll go ahead and, well, do what I do normally for sure, which is, of course, well, talk about everything that I need to talk about with, of course, this film. Now, for starters is, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and I mean, in all honesty, I think pretty much with what I'm actually seeing, I really am really digging on, of course, what I'm actually seeing story-wise for, of course, this movie. Pretty much it's your typical coming-of-age drama type of story that I do think is actually done well by far, and the way they actually structured out the story by far is really incredible, and I was really digging in on everything that goes on for sure. Even when I'm focusing on other things, I actually can actually hear everything that goes on as the story progresses. That I can easily follow through just fine. That I really do have a really good sense by far for sure. So yeah. Every single minute as the pretty much as the story progresses throughout the movie's runtime for sure, I immediately get myself hooked on for sure to really get myself suckered in on everything that goes on for sure. So yeah, and there was never one dull moment where he actually slowed the film down for sure, nor actually do some stuff that'll actually make it boring for sure. Yeah, everything is, of course, on the nose, top tier, pretty much following through just fine for sure. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the story for, of course, this film. So yeah, now for the writing, I have to say, honestly, I think from what I can gather, I really do dig, of course, everything that goes on writing-wise for sure to really get myself hooked on, of course, everything that goes on for sure. Every single bit of dialogue for sure to whatever scene is actually played down, or even something visually stunning actually happened for sure. I really do think it is actually very well crafted from what I can gather, and I really do admire, of course, what I'm actually seeing by far. So yeah. Again, there was never one dull moment where it actually shows parts of the writing is, of course, a little bit poor at best for sure. Everything is, of course, on the nose, actually follows through just fine without any signs of slowing down for sure. That's something I really do admire, of course, what I can actually gather for sure. So yeah, I guess with, of course, what I have to say, I guess it does show on those two aspects on how well these two work very well hand in hand for sure. So yeah. That's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about, which are, of course, the characters. And yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I think if there's one thing I really do love the most in regards to Makoto Shinkai's last films, and especially with, of course, this one, is that we actually do see and get to know the characters for sure. And luckily enough for the case of this movie, yeah, it really does show by far. I really do get a good sense of course, the characters by far, and yeah, just by seeing them on screen, I actually do identify them and actually get to know them very well for sure, in a way that really makes me want to care about them for sure. And plus, I really do love the really great sense of development they've actually give to all these characters for sure, to actually help make them flow out for sure, and help them understand their flaws and how they're willing to overcome them to actually be much better people for sure. So yeah. That's something I really do admire for sure with all the characters, and probably I think pretty much, I guess if anything out of all of them, the title character Suzume actually really does show exactly the hang for sure. You can definitely see on screen as the movie progresses for sure that she actually does start out, of course, just one character we actually do get to know, but as the movie progresses, we actually do understand pretty much the problems and flaws she's dealing with and how she's willing to overcome them for sure. She actually has some really great development, in my opinion, that I really do get a really good grip behind for sure. And plus, I really do admire for the fact that she actually does go through an arc very quite well for sure. So yeah, that's something I really do admire in these coming-of-age movies for sure. They actually make us want to get to know the characters and have them go through a really awesome arc that will actually make us love and care about them even more for sure. And I know that's saying a whole lot, seeing how I have seen other movies that have actually done it for sure, and they actually did it quite well for sure. But I guess it is definitely the case for, of course, the title character in this movie. I really do admire, of course, what they've accomplished for sure. So yeah, that's, of course, what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure. Now, as for the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really do admire on how well casted this movie is for sure, and they really pulled off some really great performances for sure. So whether you actually saw the film in its original Japanese subtitled version by far, or of course it's English dub like I did in the film's Blu-ray for sure, there's no doubt in my mind that the actors are perfectly well casted for their roles. I really do admire the really great performances they actually give to make their characters actually work for sure. That's something I really do admire the most, and the acting is definitely on point by far with, of course, this one for sure. It really does give off the main selling point by far, and I really do admire, of course, what they've actually done with, of course, this one for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the characters and the actors for sure. They really pulled it off quite well for sure, and I really do admire, of course, the commitment they actually did to make them work. So yeah. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about for sure? Actually, quite a whole lot for sure. Now, I guess for starters is, of course, the animation for sure, and I will say, pretty much on top of course, the last two films, pretty much he's directing for sure. This movie really nailed it with the animation for sure. I really do admire the nice uniqueness to the way every single frame is drawn for sure, and I love the massive amount of detail for sure. Everything from, of course, the way the characters actually look to, of course, the nice and colorful backgrounds for sure that almost looks realistic in a good number of areas, almost making it look like you're actually there, to the really great visuals and effects for sure that actually does blend in quite well. So yeah, I think I really do admire, of course, what they've actually done for the film's animation for sure. Yeah, I mean, I will admit, there were a few parts in the of course, the animation that just doesn't blend well for sure, but the rest actually really does work well to the film's advantage from what I can gather, and I really love the commitment they did to make it all the more breathtaking for sure, and that's something I really do admire from what I can gather with, of course, the film's animation for sure. It really is quite breathtaking for sure, So yeah, that's definitely the best way I can actually describe pretty much the animation, of course, of this film. Breathtaking. So yeah, and insert Keanu Reeves' breathtaking joke here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say on that front for sure. And of course, the pretty much the music from what I can gather, as one thing I should actually mention, I will have to say I really do love on how well composed, of course, this the music in this film actually plays out for sure. It really is pretty much really does flow out quite well through the pretty much the theme of the movie for sure, which I really do admire. And plus, the main selling point by far is definitely the song that they actually play. And well, if you have seen the trailers for, of course, this film where they actually play one of the music pieces, and of course this one, just the whole do 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 do. Yeah, that one I'm actually referring to by far. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I really do love on how well composed the music is for sure, and really does flow out quite well through the theme of the movie that goes on pretty much as it actually plays out for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front. And speaking of the themes, I really do love the way they actually incorporate the theme of course, the movie into, of course, this one for sure. And yeah, really does help make it identifiable alongside with its atmosphere, which actually can be light and bright in, of course, a few moments, and then a little bit dark and serious in a few other areas for sure. And one thing I definitely should mention without going into spoilers for sure is that pretty much the themes of course, this movie does have a little tie-in to one of the massive tragedies that happened in Japan well over a decade ago for sure. I'm not going to say which one for sure, because again, I don't want to give spoilers for sure, but if you have seen the movie for yourself, you'll know exactly what I mean for sure. So yeah. That's something I really do admire, and of course, this film for sure, to actually make it all the more touching from what I've actually seen, and that's something I really do love and admire by far. It really does show on how much commitment they actually did to actually making it work by far, which in the end actually makes it all the more engaging from what I've actually seen on screen for sure. So yeah, that's what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, and of course, yeah, let's go ahead and move on. The direction of this film from Makoto Shinkai. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that he's definitely on his A game once again for sure. Similar to what he did with, of course, Your Name and Weathering With You for sure. And yeah, the effort that he actually put into, of course, make this movie work actually is really incredible from what I've actually seen. And it really is something that I couldn't help but really get myself hooked on to for sure. I love the commitment that he actually did to make this movie work for sure, and it really does show by far, So yeah, and of course the cinematography in this film to go alongside the animation for sure, that too I will have to say is also brilliantly well done for sure. I really love the really nice camera shots they actually playing out, and of course pretty much actually got to go alongside the animation for sure, to which really does work quite well, and I really do get myself investing on, of course, everything that goes on for sure. It is definitely shot well from what I've actually seen that I really couldn't help but admire for sure, So yeah, and of course the editing, I have to say, is definitely cut up perfectly from what I've actually seen, and I really do admire, of course, what they've actually done to pretty much take each scene and shot in the cutting room floor to really help make it all the more incredible to watch for sure. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front for sure. I love how well cut up the film is through some fantastic editing for sure, to which, yeah, in the end, actually makes it incredible to actually go through with each and every shot that goes on for sure. And for the fact that it actually does go well within the 2-hour running time for sure, actually makes it all the more incredible. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front for all those aspects in a nutshell. So yeah. And so yeah, I guess with everything that I have to say, that's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this movie. So yeah, overall, Suzume, I will have to say, is of course a brilliantly well done movie by far. Everything from what I've actually seen for sure really does work quite well to the film's advantage that I can easily identify by far. It is definitely another big massive win for Makoto Shinkai by far, and I say it's definitely well worth the watch for sure. Yeah, there was never one moment that doesn't get any dull and boring for sure. It really does flow out quite well to the film's advantage that I can easily get myself into just fine for sure, and I think if anything, I say this one is definitely well worth checking out for sure, and I will have to say right now, for a good chunk of this movie, they actually showed off right around by the time the film ends. Let's just say I nearly shed a tear by far. It was that great. So yeah, that's of course the reaction I actually got after seeing this movie, and yeah, I do highly recommend checking this movie out. So yeah, if you actually are quite curious to see it for yourself, then by all means go ahead and do so. It's currently available to purchase on DVD and Blu-ray as of now. To which again, I did manage to get this off of the Crunchyroll store, which I am really proud of to actually get, and yeah, I guess if you are lucky, it is also available to stream, of course, Crunchyroll for sure. So yeah, if you got the time, I say definitely check this movie out for sure. It's another big, massive win for Makoto Shinkai, and this film is definitely well worth the watch. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, for my final score, yes, folks, I am proud to actually give Suzume a big, massive 9.5 out of 10 as my final score for sure. Truly, I think another great one that Makoto Shinkai has actually put out, and yeah, I'm glad I actually got the chance to finally watch this one for sure, and yeah, this is definitely one of the best ones I've actually seen by far, and I do think it's actually one that I know, hands down, you're never gonna forget anytime soon. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought of Suzume. Did you like it, hate it, or do you thought it was okay? So yeah, let me know what you thought about this movie if you've seen it for yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, thank you for tuning in to exactly 300 thoughts videos for sure. And boy, what an interesting ride it's actually been making it that far. So I do hope to continue on making these thoughts videos right up until the next one we'll do, which will be 400 for sure. But I guess until that comes around pretty soon, I think we might as well return to basics for sure. So yeah. So yeah, what could be next, of course, for my next thoughts video for sure? Well, I've been anticipating this for a long time for sure, so I guess for the next thoughts video, yeah, I guess it's quite obvious. Next up is Inside Out 2. Excuse me while I withhold my enthusiasm for, of course, this movie. So yeah, I'll definitely leave you at that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and well, see you for the next one, which will be back to basics. And yeah, see you for Inside Out 2. So yeah, take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427TheThomasFan1 to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.